Now let's start our class. So this is a short video basically for last minute revision. So today we are going to start, that is about the class of Pteridophyta. So normally there are 4 classes of Pteridophyta, and the first and primitive class of Pteridophyta is called as Psilopsida. Got it? This is the very oldest and very simplest Pteridophyta, and the best example is called as Psilotum. Here the stems are aerial and green. The stems are erect or aerial and green, and they are dichotomously branched, means they are branched from both sides. So they are dichotomously branched. Got it? So these are dichotomously branched. Got it? These are branched like this, dichotomously branched. And the leaves, normally we don't find any leaves. So absent of the leaves, if present, they are very small leaves present, like bird-like appearance. Got it? The leaves present a very bird-like appearance. So these leaves are not very true, and there are no true leaves present. But when we move to the roots, normal 2 roots are absent. So in place of roots, they found root-like structure present. These are called as rhizoids. So rhizoids are false root. The other name of false root is called as rhizoid. And they contains 3 sporangia which are fused together. 1 sporangia, 2 sporangia, 3. The 3 are fused together. And this fused sporangia is called as synangium. So they got synangium sporangia, where the 3 sporangia are fused together. And sporangia are the structure where spores are being produced. And all the spores are homospores, means the spores are same in size. So this is all about the primitive form of Pteridophyta class, that is called as Psilotum. Then the next form, that is called as the class 2, that is called as Lycopsida. This Lycopsida is sometimes called as the club moss, or it is called as the spike moss. The best example is Lycopodium Selaginella. Here the leaves are microphyllous with single veins, means the leaves are single, made with single veins present, and they are very small leaves present. Very small leaves are present. So as very small leaves, these are called as microphyllous. And here the stems are normally prostrate, means they are present on the soil. They move with their creepers-like appearance on the soil, and they are highly branched. And the roots present are adventitious roots are found to be present. Got it? And here what we find? We find that the sporangia are present on the axil of the sporophylls. Suppose this is the sporophylls. The sporangia are present on the axil of the sporophylls. Sporophylls are the leaf that bears the sporangia. What is sporophylls? Phylls matlab leaf. So the sporangia are born on the leaves, and these sporangia borns on the axil of the leaves. Axil of the leaves. So it is the distinct character of this particular phylum, that is called as Lycopsida. And the best example is called as Lycopodium, where we find in sporangia are present in groups and called as trobulus or cone. In gymnosperm we call them as cone, whereas in this Pteridophyta we call them as trobulus. And Lycopodium is homosporous, whereas Selaginella is heterosporous. We have already discussed in a general character that from Selaginella heterospory seed habitat takes place. So seed habitat normally starts from, that is Selaginella, because they are heterosporous. So this is all about the second class. Now the third class, that is called Sphenopsida. And Sphenopsida is normally called as horsetails. And the best example is Equisetum. The stems are jointed. The stems are like joints, nodes like appearance present. So these stems are jointed with ridges and furrows are present. You find some furrows and ridges are present. And on the stem epidermis we find silica deposited. So silica deposited on the stem epidermis is the distinct character of Sphenopsida or Equisetum. So Equisetum contains silica on its epidermis. And the stems are branched on whole, means cyclic branching. On a single point they branch in 360-degree orientation. So this is a whorled branching. And leaves are microphyllous, and scale-like wheels are also present. The scales are very small. Microphyllous, and also they are present in whorl-like appearance, and roots are adventitious roots. Yes, the roots present is adventitious root. And next what we find? Now on sporangia, we find the sporangia of 4 are present. Matlab, the sporangia contains stalk, and this stalk is called as sporangiospore. So the sporangia born on the stalk, and the group of sporangia together is called as strobili or cone. So this is all about the horsetail, that is Sphenopsida. And the last class, that is called as the Pteropsida, which is called as the true forms. And these are called as the true and advanced forms. And the best example is Marsilea, Adiantum, Pteris, Pteris. The stem is underground and rhizome. So we have already discussed in a general character, if the stem is present below the ground, we call them as rhizome. And here the leaves are microphyllous, matlab the leaves are very large and stems are very small. And these are pinnately compound leaves, means they have compound leaves. The leaflets are present. So these leaflets are called as pinnate to compound leaves. Means the leaf lamina is differentiated into small leaflet. So the leaf lamina differentiated small leaflet is called as, that is, pinnate compound leaves, and they have succinate venation. Matlab, when the leaf starts its venation, it is in a circle-like structure. So this type of venation is called as succinate venation. Means the leaves are coiled. Initial stage, the leaves is coiled, and this succinate venation contains the covering called as ramenta. So you find ramenta present on this particular covering, and root as usual adventitious. And here also you find the sporangia present in groups called as sori, and these sori are protected by leaf-like structure, and their leaf-like structure is called as indusium. So each sori, suppose this is a sori present, for example, this both are sori present, and in between the sori, for example, suppose this is the sori present, and this is one sori present. Suppose soris are present. So in between the sori we find some demarcation leaf-like structures are present that protect the sori, and this demarcation is called as indusium, and this one is called as the sori. Got it? So sori is covered or protected by indusium, a covering leaves present, and normally they are mostly homosporous. They are mostly homosporous, and most of them are aquatic forms like Marsilea, Salvinia, Azolla, and all of them, these are heterosporous. Mostly they are homosporous, but some of them are heterosporous like Marsilea, Salvinia, Azolla. So the best way to memorize is that Psilopsida is the first ancestor, little advanced, then little advanced, then highly advanced. So this is the increasing complexity of this particular Pteridophyta, and these are the different 4 classes. So we have completed the Pteridophyta general character, we have completed Pteridophyta life cycle, and this is all about its class. So given by Equisetum, and you can get the detailed study materials, notes, everything at this particular website. Okay, thank you for doing my class.